All right, welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. We're in the greenhouse after a 30-degree night. Lots of things have changed. I moved everything out and then put it in my house for vacation because it was getting down too cold. And then when I put everything back in, I kind of reorganized. I wanted to show you guys my new organization in here and how everything held up. Kind of an unfortunate situation when I left. I forgot to open the blinds for the plants, so everything didn't get light. But we do have some exciting stuff to show, and went down to 30. No, went down to like 28, 27 last night. It was frosty in here. It's all thawed off now. We're probably at a good 50 something in here, which is great. So we did use heat last night for just 4 hours, and I'm just going to show you guys what everything is looking like. So let's turn it around. All right. So I've got this table I found on the side of the road. Underneath it are my seedlings, and I really hope they're getting enough light down there. I really don't know if they are. Because this is a fairly new setup. On top of it, I've got my Eugenias. This one, this big old branch is just in the way. There we go. Give that guy some room. So this is the smaller growing of the two. I don't know. I just know these are Eugenias. Up here, possibly Paulistas. We'll know for sure when they fruit. This one has like a red bark that peels a lot, like a Jaboticaba would. They are in the Myrtaceae family. We've got a good amount of variety all in the same genus. So that's kind of what I'm into. This Eugenia matosi took a little hit back, but it is growing back. So you can see the new growth, but it had some leaves that fell off there. That was unfortunate. Kind of a cool thing here. I noticed the other day. Let's see if I can find it again. I can't even find it now. I noticed that the Spanish moss is growing, is what I meant to say. And it would be really cool to get this growing to reproduce and just keep going in the greenhouse. I've never seen it in Zone 7B at all. Maybe down, Zone 8, Zone 9 maybe, but never 7B. So it'll be cool to see. Everything else kind of is doing like a partial defoliation, like with this red here. And with the Grimmel, lots of leaves came off, but it's still holding on to a lot of them. I just think these Eugenias up here look beautiful. You can see this one just reaching for the sun. And I've got it on a shelf, so it's like all the way to the top. Homegrown edibles. That's right. And these are just recycled pots that I've got them in. I don't even know. This is probably, if I had to guess, it's a 3-gallon pot maybe. Same with this one. All my pots are pretty much recycled pots. I'm thinking about, this is like one of my most prized possession trees, this little Eugenia matosi, and I just realized it's in such a bad pot. When you really think about it, it's not sturdy. I like my pots to have, like, this is perfect, like that's like very hard plastic, so the roots don't get disturbed when you move it. This is like a soft plastic, so the roots really could kind of get disturbed. Something to take into consideration when you're picking out the plants. I almost permanently moved for the winter. This is a Pitanga tuba, and it has some new growth there. You can see on the tips right there, right here. But I decided to keep it in the greenhouse. I don't think it's that sensitive to cold. I think it's just a younger plant. So half of it died off. It kind of scared me. It is a one of one in the collection, and it, believe it or not, it's fruiting size. Although I haven't gotten fruit off of it, so it's about at the base. It's not a finger's thick, but it's getting there. This one, I really like this right here, this plant, this Eugenia, the way that droops. I'm just trying to get this other plant just away from it, pretty much. And then we've got this tall one right here. Trying to make room. We've got really good sun coming in. Look at this huge Eugenia leaf. I mean, that's pretty big. That tells me they are really close to fruiting size. I mean, really, they could fruit this season. I mean, look at see that? It looks a lot like a Jabuticaba, the way it peels and stuff, but this plant seems to be, they take the cold a lot better. Here's a pretty cool red Jabuticaba here. So I was going to point out, this moss just came on there naturally, but with bonsai they'll do that on purpose. This naturally is just a really nice bonsai specimen, a red Jabuticaba. You could just kind of trim up you could wire this all up. Maybe we'll do it. You could wire this all up and then trim it into like a form of a little tree. And that'd be a nice little bonsai. It's already got the moss and everything. It's in a pretty sturdy, nice little pot, like a bonsai training pot. You probably keep it in here for 2-3 more years, and then get it into a actual bonsai pot. So, yeah, the scarlet, I forgot it. I mean, the scarlet just got buried back here, but it had a partial defoliation with a lot of dye back here. Really, the only stuff holding on in the scarlet is these lower leaves. Oh God, my water just fell. I probably shouldn't crowd them out so much. They need some light, but just down there's what's left of the scarlet. So it definitely took a hit from the cold and whatnot. So down here we've got the burning. I'm thinking actually that a lot of that burning is due to the fact that I fertilized before it got cold, which is a big no-no, but I completely forgot. And I really hope these guys do good. These are the lemon drop mangosteen seedlings that definitely took a hit. Got them right there, so hopefully they make it through. They're still at a really vulnerable size. In fact, I should probably bring them up. I should probably have them up here. They're at a super vulnerable size right now. So like with just 2 leaves, these could just get knocked off. I mean, if these get knocked off, that's game over. So, a seedling at that size is kind of like priority number 1. You don't want to mess that up, because you pretty much got one shot. I mean, if they have to defoliate those leaves, there's not enough root structure or mass back there to push more, because they just push their first leaves ever from a seed. So that is I always end up with seedlings in the winter though, because these things grow so slow. even though they were actually planted last winter, before, a couple months before Christmas. Now we're at Christmas this winter, and the seeds are sprouting out, but just with 2 buds. So I mean, that's a whole year from them getting planted into dirt to them sprouting out to just having 2 leaves. That's a whole year. So you got to think that really adds to the rareness of the plant if it takes that long to generate, and we're destroying natural ecosystems and where these plants naturally come from. They're not going to be able to regenerate at a fast enough rate, because that's a whole year, and then they're still at the size, very vulnerable. So they don't go quick. Now, after we get through this year, this winter, and then this summer, they'll put on a lot more size, and then we'll get into the next season, and then eventually they'll start shooting off, and becoming real trees. It's like once you get into maybe the fourth year, third or fourth year, they'll start really gaining size. But right now, it's just really slow going time. There's not much else to look at here. Some small reds you guys have seen a million times. Restinga's looking a little ratty. Restinga jaboticaba, but it's looking ratty. It's not pushing new growth. It's not going dormant. It's kind of just in a chill spot where it's just not going to do much for the season. Although it's my biggest, bushiest jaboticaba, and it's kind of pushed into the corner there. So the red the structure on this is looking really great. You can see why they call it the red. I don't think it's just, I think it's because of the bark color, honestly. Very red bark color. Because the fruit are not really, the fruit are red, I guess, in a way, reddish, darkish, kind of purplish, but the actual bark is red. So I'm pretty sure that's why they named it red. Not 100% on that, but red jaboticaba is good. And then, because you notice the Grimmel, look at that. That's not really red. That's not red bark. Well, I guess kind of the tips kind of are. What about the Restinga? Is that red? Yeah, kind of. Not as red though, so you can see the difference there. Yeah, interesting stuff, and hopefully we make it through this growing season with no losses. So far, so good. Maybe we lost a seedling or two, but nothing too major. No major important setbacks from major players. My Grimmels are absolutely hating this growing season, but I think they will do fine. And yep, so thanks for watching this little clip, looking at everything. The seedlings are pretty good, and I didn't even realize this. Look at this. Maybe I should keep them down here. I don't know. These are 2 mangosteen seedlings too. You see them. Sorry, I was not looking through the camera. Yeah, these need to be taken up and babied a little bit too. So these are actually a little bit farther along for whatever reason. Planted at the same time, but they're actually a little bit, they have more than 2 leaves, so planted at the same time, but you see sometimes they'll go a little faster. And yeah, that's about it. So these guys are probably a little cramped in here, to be honest, but working with cramped quarters. So yeah, thanks for watching, and everyone please subscribe, and have a great day. Keep planting, and Happy New Year. Can't believe it's almost 2024. Planted some of these in 2019 going on to 2020, so a lot has changed.